October Red is sponsored by SA Security. Maximum security, minimum fuss.
Red might go with you, you know. What do you think?
Yeah, all right.
Here, finally, in the Pug Gym, somewhere on the outskirts of London. We keep it mysterious. I bet everyone knows where it is, really, but I'm trying to hype it up. But I'm joined by Daley, Perales, a friend, but a colleague in the sport. Welcome back.
Been a while.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
The last time was with your brother, King Kenny.
Oh, yeah.
That's the last time we did something.
Yeah.
So much has happened, Daley. I'm going to leave it up to you. Where can we actually start with you? Because so much has happened over the past few years.
I think just getting my feet back on the ground. I mean, they've always been on the ground, but I'm always training fighters. But I've been like having a permanent home, you know, and that's what I've been doing. It's like figuring it all out and getting my own gym with my brother, and yeah, that's where we're at.
I like the fact that you've got it with your brother. Trenchtown has been a name. That's the name of your gym. Ladies and gentlemen, follow the account. It's there on Instagram for you to see what Daley gets up to on a daily basis. But Trenchtown's always been the trenches. It's the brand. It's always been you. How many years I've known you, that's a name that's stuck with you. And it's nice to know that you finally set it up. And the music to my ears is with your brother.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
No, my brother was just like, listen, you've had enough people mess you around, and let's just do it together. We're brothers. You know, I'm always going to have your back. You're always going to trust me. I'm going to trust you. So I used to fight, you used to fight. So just let's do it together and forget the outsiders. Because sometimes the outsiders are just doing it all for the wrong reasons, you know. And I think that's what happened with me with my last gym, is that this person, you know, didn't really care like how I care about how a boxing gym should be, and the principles and the integrity and the culture. He didn't share the same vision, so.
He didn't share the same vision, and you drew a line under that. How was it starting again? Because it's like, okay, you've been in the game for such a long time. You know what, Daley, for those that don't know you, just let us have a stretch of the amount of time that you've been in this business. Because to set up a gym, that not work how you want it to work, then have to go and do it again, shows resilience. So how long have you actually been in boxing? I guess we should start there, because it feels like we need to go back.
Yeah, I've been in boxing around 12, 13 years of age. Come from a boxing family. A lot of people in the boxing industry will know my older brother that started it all, OJ Abrahams. His pro debut was actually on the Chris Eubank versus Michael Watson card at Tottenham Football Stadium. So he's the one that started it. And then JJ is the next one down. And then there's me, you know. So I've been around it very long time. And I've been around pro boxing at a young age because of my older brothers. I was more for the pros than amateur boxing, even though I'd done amateur boxing. Learning the business, the business side of things from the early age, seeing what happens behind the scenes, what goes wrong, what goes right. So it's helped me in that way. And having what happened to me in my last gym with their ex-business partner is actually, obviously it was sad because it's my dream to have my own gym, but it's lessons, right? And those lessons have been taken into my new gym with my brother. And yeah, it's everything that I dreamed of, the way I want a gym, you know, the way I want it to, you know, represent, and the culture, the feeling when you walk through a gym, and not turning people away just because, you know, they're not rich or whatever. I didn't want a gym like that. Obviously, we all want to make money, You know, we have families and mouths to feed, but I wanted a gym where, you know, you're having that culture, that boxing culture. Even if you want to come in and just hang out and watch some boxing going on, then you can do that. So, yeah.
You know what? It takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of heart to stay in it, especially when you've had your heart broken many times in the sport. Why do you still love it so much? Why are you still in love with a sport that has showed you so many different sides and not necessarily good sides?
It's what what I'm good at. It's what I'm built for. So, you know, there's gonna be ups and downs, and but what are you gonna do when things go wrong? Just stay down in the pits. I'm just gonna keep going, because that's all I can do, because this is literally the only thing I've got in my life that I'm good at, that I'm knowledgeable at, and the thing that's going to provide for my family. It's the only thing I have. So there's no point crying about it for too long. Just get up like I've always done all my life, and just keep going, you know. And it was actually Don that, you know, he found out about what happened to me with my last gym, and he was like, you know, the same thing happened to me, so come down, talk to me. And yeah, it went from there. Obviously Don's got his gym, I got my gym, but we collaborate as well, so it's good.
What's it like collaborating? You've been a lead coach in a corner, several corners, whether it's professional boxing or obviously you've transferred that over to like the misfits, the celebrity boxing, I'll call it, the tier 2 boxing, which is slowly creeping in to the normal boxing now. And then Don, you know, headstrong, also a coach, main cornerman. How does that gel? Because does it have difficulties is what I'm saying, when there's 2 lead people? What is it about you 2 that works?
I think because we share a similar mind when it comes to the sport of boxing. In almost every department, actually. In the way we think about boxing, and the way we talk about boxing, our vision, our struggles, you know, of where we come from, and you know, culture as well. You know, that plays. I don't like to say it. You know, it's not nice to hear for people sometimes, but sometimes it's the truth. Like, the culture plays a big part of why things are very difficult. Especially in the boxing industry. So you have to work 20 times more hard to get the recognition. So I've worked hard my whole life, and sometimes you just need that. You just need eyes on you. I've had eyes on the influencer world, but to tell you the truth, with the influencer stuff, I found myself being like, wait a minute, I'm too deep into that when my love is for professional boxing, like the real stuff. And, you know, I've got pro fighters, and I felt like I was getting too deep into that influencer stuff for too long. I mean, it served its purpose because it taught me a lot. Yeah, it taught me a lot, that world, and it helped me to educate people as well and be real. You know, I'm proud that I didn't go into that world and become somebody I'm not, just to kiss people's asses. I stuck to who I am, and teach people and educate people and show people, right, this is what boxing is really about. It ain't this ain't no circus. You can die in this sport. So that's what I try to bring to that, you know, that world over there.
You know what, I rate it, but one of the things, and I think that we do this, and when I say we, I'm going to, you know, I'm really going to pull the party line on our culture. The fact that you have to skirt around the fact that being black is difficult is nuts. The fact that we have to almost apologise for saying our truth because it's our experience Nobody can't walk on our side of the wall and see what it's like through our eyes, because they can't. People can understand, as in they can empathise and say, well, I can imagine what that must be like. But not everybody gets up in the morning and has to confront it every morning. And I just think it's a shame that when we talk about issues like that, we feel like we've got to, I don't want to upset anybody, but it can be a bit difficult. And we're almost like we're on the back foot with it. It happens, it's there, it's real, it doesn't go away. It is difficult, you know? So I don't want you to feel like, maybe I should say that's your experience. I can't question. It's like me saying I can't tell you what it's like. It's like me saying I can tell you what it's like to be a man. How the hell do I know?
Yeah. It's weird for me as well, because I grew up in foster homes from 2 years of age, and majority of my childhood was raised by all white English family in a white town with white people. Me and my brother were the only people of color. I didn't even know about black culture until I probably got to teenager, and I started to learn about it myself. So I got a lot of white friends, you know. But being in certain situations has made me realize a few things as I'm growing up. I'm 40 years old now, so I've been around, and you start to realize things, and you know, and I must admit, you know, there's been times where been like, you know, no, it's not like this. So, you know, you try
and talk yourself out of it.
Yeah, but no.
I'll stop doing that.
No, because I'll tell you one story, right? I was on the train.
Yeah.
And I got off the train, and there was like 5-6 police there with police dogs.
Yeah.
And they stopped me and said, you got drugs on you. And I said, no, I haven't. And they said, yes, you have, because our dogs have smelt that you've got drugs on you. I said, well, you need new dogs then, because I haven't got no drugs. I come through here every single day. I'm a working man. Come through, I live in this area. There's no drugs. They searched me in front of everyone. It was embarrassing. They didn't stop nobody else. No person, white person coming through.
Meanwhile, Joe Bloggs is walking through with 10 guns and 10 keys of coke, and it's you, right?
And it's me, you know. And sometimes, even if I'm walking on a quiet road, and I see a person walking towards me, like an older person, I will actually cross over the road just to make them feel comfortable.
That's insane.
Because I know what they're thinking, you know. So it's a bit messed up to you know, walk around like that, you know.
It is, and we can deep dive into that another day. But the thing is, what I'm trying to get across is that you've used things as strength. You've used them like as not a crutch, but like a building block to say, you know what, I'm going to keep going. I've met someone I know Don Charles of old, and you two are now working together. It works. Like you said, it gels well because you understand each other. Jordan Thompson, who was originally with Don, seems to have gone around the world and come back to Don. And he's also in your hands. Talk to us about Jordan and what's happening with him, because, God, how many times have I messaged him, oi, what's happening? Radio silence.
Yeah, he's one of the first people that Don was like, I've got this fighter. I mean, I knew who he was, not too much details, but I knew who Jordan was. But I said, I got this fighter that'd be perfect for you. And that's literally how it went. I come down here and done a pad session and gelled straight away. And from there, we've been training non-stop. To the point that the good thing about me and Don is Don doesn't tell me what to do.
He's not precious like that.
No, he lets me get on with what I'm doing, because he knows my style of coaching suits him as well.
Okay.
There's no need for him he knows I've got the knowledge as well, so there's no need. The only thing me and Don will do is actually literally, the days that we do come together, we're just go back and forward on details, and that's it. And not like, oh no, you do this, and no, you do. It's not like that. When he was training for Daniel Dubois fight, he didn't need to check in with us.
Just left you to it.
Because he knows I've got it under control. So yeah, Jordan, you know me, I like bad intentions, and he has that. So every time when you're a coach, when you got someone that can bang, it gets you excited, you know, as a coach, because you know the rest of it is easy, you know?
You can teach those fundamentals.
Yeah, the other stuff is easy, but if you can bang, that's what puts bums on seats, number one. That's,
of course,
gets your name out there. So the fact that Jordan has got devastating knockout power blended with what I can bring to the table, that's what excited me. So yeah, we get on well, you know. Yeah, what can I say? It's good, and we're training now for a fight.
Good.
In a few months.
At heavyweight, right?
Yeah, debut at heavyweight, and we're looking to do some damage.
Artistic violence was the word that he used to say. I wonder if he's still going to say that now.
It's weird because when I was training, when Don was my trainer, when I was a fighter, I used to say artistic damage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Does he know that?
No, I haven't told him that yet.
You need to tell him that.
Yeah, I'm going to show him, actually. I've got a T-shirt.
With artistic damage on it?
Yeah.
Wow. It's like full circle.
Yeah.
What is it like for you as a coach to take on an established fighter? You said the power's there, but you've got to go over the fundamentals. Can you explain to me how a fighter can get so far in his career but lack those fundamentals? What happens in a fighter's career that the fundamentals don't seem to be key because, like you said, the knockout power that gets bums on seats, sells the tickets, everyone wants that highlight reel, social media craziness. But then it's like the fundamentals are left to the side. But as you start to test yourself, as you start to go up in the ranks, it starts to show.
Yeah.
Why does that happen?
I don't know.
It baffles me.
I won't say because I'm not someone that
I'm talking about generally now.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'll just put it down to different coaches to bring different things to the table.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very detailed when it comes to the jab, the range, timing, being explosive, being intelligent, educated, yeah. And those things is what I drill over and over and over and over again. So if, let's say, as Jordan's going to be here in a bit, let's just focus on Jordan. If Jordan throws a jab and it feels on my hand that it's 99.9% correct, then I'm going to keep doing it until it's 100% correct. That's just the type of coach I am. And also what I like is situational stuff. So they're getting in the ring to fight. So let's do situational things that will happen in a fight.
Like styles of fighters, different styles of fighters.
Yeah, exactly. I've even got in there with Jordan myself with the gloves on and done kind of little sparring, just to show him what I want. It's another way I like to teach. But yeah, it's just the details. I'm obsessed with details. I'm not someone that can just put on pads and then just, oh yeah, we're doing 6-round pads and that's it.
You was the first person that taught me the purpose of pads. You said you don't just pad someone for the sake of padding them. You pad them because it teaches defense. And look who it is.
Sorry, I'm not carrying on tomorrow that stuff.
Could hear you down the road. You was the one that taught me that about the pads, the significance of pads. It's not just about, looking all Mayweather, this. I saw somebody on Instagram the other day that's saying how Americans pad, and it was showing them hitting the gloves rather than the gloves hitting the pads. It's all about defensiveness, movement, timing, accuracy.
Yeah.
All of those things, and that I learnt from you.
Yeah. I mean, my favourite coach is Emmanuel Stewart. So You know, that's
Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, I love the technical side of things, but bad intentions behind the intelligence.
We've got to talk. I'm going to ask you, obviously, about Daniel Dubois and just your thoughts on what. Look, credit to you, Zik, phenomenal. What went wrong for Daniel?
I think number one, Usyk is Usyk.
Usyk is Usyk.
And I reckon people shouldn't be too harsh on the fact that Daniel lost, because if AJ had beat him, or if AJ took Usyk to a close fight, or if Fury had beat Usyk, then I could understand all the criticism. But we're talking about every British heavyweight has lost against Usyk twice.
Twice.
So that's just saying something. It's just saying that maybe the level, you know, is not what we thought.
Psychologically.
What I mean is, like, when you talk about Beterbiev, Bivol, Usyk, or
Elite,
they come from a school of 300 and something amateur fights. This is the problem I have, right? Over here, I've got a very strong opinion of amateur boxing over here, and I don't think it's good enough.
I remember you said that.
Yeah,
that's something that you said previously.
I just don't think it's good enough. I just don't. I just think the system is designed. The system is good as in it gets kids off the streets and stuff like that. But when it comes to the boxing, I just think people are not going to improve over here if you've got 30, 40 kids in a session and you can never ever work on the fundamentals. You can never work. It's impossible. You can't take a kid to a side and get them in that mirror for a whole hour.
Because there's so many others to cater for.
Yeah. So the way
hence the fundamentals.
Exactly. The way they do it in America or in some Eastern European countries, right? There's no such thing. I was telling my son, I was like, there's no such thing as an amateur boxing club.
Interesting.
In America, right? They represent their state of where they're from.
Yes.
And their self. So when they go and fight, it's under their name representing their state. There's no such thing as amateur boxing gym. What happens, that kid will find, or their parents will find the coach that they want to work with, and they work with that coach every day like a pro.
Ah. It's that tailored?
Yes. Just like, for example, I was in New York recently. Yeah. There was a 10-year-old kid there amongst all the pros. Richardson, Hitchens, amongst him, 10 years old. The level of this kid is unbelievable, and he's training every day, Monday to Saturday, like a pro.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is, that kid doesn't have to worry about 30 other kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's with that coach. So what happens is a coach will get 3, 4, 5 kids that they want to invest in, and they work with those kids.
3, 4, 5
instead of 40, 50 kids.
It's tough.
It is tough.
It is tough because it's almost like you're getting picked like a footballer, you know, when you have the elites are the ones that get through, aren't they?
Listen, I won't go as far as like it's bad, right? Because
it's competitive.
But what I'm saying is, maybe the kids' mentality, they have to also have the mentality as, okay, I only train Monday, Wednesday, Friday with my amateur club. What else am I doing after that?
Okay.
You've got 4 other days.
Yeah.
You can't improve in boxing by just training Monday, Wednesday, Friday, because that's the system of amateur boxing over here.
Yeah,
most of the clubs, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday.
Yeah, you're right. It's 3 days a week.
You can't improve in boxing
for 3 days a week.
3 days a week. That's impossible. So to get to the level of a Usyk,
it's got to be life.
Got to live the life.
And
over here, I think it's just the kids have it too easy. That's all it is. So the mentality is not like that of a Usyk, a Beterbiev, you know.
Lifestyle, though. Look, I'm not saying there's not poverty in the UK, because there is. But when you compare it to other countries, that's like a get out, that's an escape. So
In America, I was in
it's like,
Brooklyn
yeah,
in a rough gym. And what I like about them, they're all respectful as well. They don't know,
See what
if
I
they
mean?
don't know you, they still come up to you, say hello and say goodbye. They're so respectful. But as soon as they train, there's blood in their eyes.
All right.
They're hungry.
Switched.
They're killers, man. Over here, I don't see enough of that in a kid's eyes when it comes to boxing.
Need to be a killer. I love that mentality. I like your ethos and what you stand for anyway. I'm happy that you've set up your own gym. I'm even more happy that you're working alongside Don Charles. I want to see you bring through some more fighters.
I will.
And
Hamza's next.
there you go. Shout out your socials daily, because I know you got 2, because you're popping now, and so you got 2 grams. To be fair, I just set my second one up anyway.
Oh,
but
yeah, 2 grams. I was like, 2 grams?
No,
Yeah,
2 Instagrams.
Yeah, the Daily Effect is like my personal boxing page.
Yeah.
With my individual coaching with my fighters. That's where you see the most action. And then the business page for the gym is Trenchtown Boxing.
Ladies and gentlemen, Daley Perales. As you know, October Red is sponsored by SA Security. Imagine that.
Oh, nice.
Maximum security, minimum fuss.
October Red is sponsored by SA Security. Maximum security, minimum fuss.